I'm going to let this young man tell his own story. We have focused on some really good things that are happening with the people who are affected by the tornadoes, and we told you some really bad things. I want to kind of bring it back to something really, really good, because the light is growing brighter. When you see people knocking people out in Philadelphia, I want you to think of Christian Lunsford. Christian is from Moore, Oklahoma, where you just had the tornadoes. You guys weren't really that affected by it.
No.
It was amazing. We went up there and we saw it. We have you on the television because you were watching TV and you saw something, and it kind of has changed a lot of people's lives. You want to tell your story?
Yeah. Well, actually, we were on our way back from Tulsa, and I get a call from the county jail. Kind of knew who it was. It wasn't the first time I've gotten a call from them. And I asked my mom if she knew anything about it. She said that she got a call from my dad's girlfriend a while back saying that he had did something. So we kind of looked into it, tried to see if there was a news story or anything, and we found the news story of the robbery. And recently I had thought back to when he gave me some money around the same time this actually happened, and I realized that the robber, that was her money. So.
Okay, so hang on just a second. So let me see if I have this right. You get a call from county jail because your dad is in and out of jail.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not in and out of jail.
No.
Dad is.
Yeah.
And you find out that your father is wanted because he has robbed this.
Yes.
How old was she?
85.
85-year-old woman. How much did he steal?
Couple hundred.
Couple $100.
Yeah.
And you realize that the money that you got from your father about that same time, maybe, you don't know, but maybe have been taken from her.
Yeah.
And what was your dad given that money for?
I had a band trip that came up, and he was going to help pay for it.
Okay.
So.
And so then what did you do?
Well, I took it what was in my heart to do. I mean, I was raised by my stepfather and my mom. They're great people, and they raised me in a great, godly way. And I just felt like, me being a Christian, that God was calling me to give the money back, because it wasn't mine. Even
though you didn't steal it?
No.
And so you called the woman up?
I called the news to see if I could get her number and contact her.
Okay.
So.
And then you did?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
She's a sweet old lady. She's really nice, and I mean, just...
What did you say to her?
I told her that I apologized, even though it wasn't my wrongdoing, but more like I'm sorry for it happening, not that I did it. But so I apologized, and I told her that it wasn't my money, it was hers, or more than likely hers. I just wanted to give back what I could to help her.
Okay, so you gave back the money that your father gave you for your band trip. She took the money.
She took it, but then she gave it back, saying how she wanted to help pay for my band trip.
Why?
Because she cared. She felt like I was just a great guy that was doing great things, and she wanted those great things to keep happening.
She said, I feel more like my life still has a purpose. What do you think that means?
I don't know, well, like, she's been around for a while, but, so she's had a lot go through her life, and, I mean, I guess it kind of brings back how not everything in this world's bad. Like, a lot of good happens, you just don't see it, and that good happening.
A lot of people in your position could say, you know, my dad was in and out of jail and yada, 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 and I'm destined for that. What made you turn the corner? What is it that, why aren't you repeating your father's life?
Well, I mean, I feel you aren't who your parents are. I mean, you're whoever you want to be. If that's the path you want to take, you're going to take it. And if it's not the path you don't want to take, you'll take your own. Go do your life's desires.
How old were you when your mom and dad got divorced?
2, 3.
So you don't really remember your father, how much of an influence has he played how much of an influence has he played in your life?
I mean, he's been in and out of prison, so not really a whole lot around.
Did you, you didn't turn your father in, or did you?
No, he was already in jail.
And Have you talked to your dad since?
I have not. Not yet.
Are you going to?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to him.
What are you going to say to him?
That I forgive him. For even though it's such a horrible thing, that I do forgive him for what he did. And so does she. So.
Is this great or what? I can't tell you. I've got to believe that there's a lot of people at home that are watching and going, wow, really? A 15-year-old that is not knocking somebody out just for the kicks of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations to your parents and for everything that they have done. You strike me as a young man who recognizes what great parents you have, to be able to not wallow in the stuff that you might have been handed and doing the right thing. Congratulations. It's an honor to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you too.
I just want to remind you that the story we started with today about the young girl who's in Children's Hospital up in Boston, who's being held really against her will, is 15. So is he. Don't tell me 15-year-olds don't know what's going on. Don't tell me 15-year-olds can't make their own decisions. Because they can. They always have. Start treating them with respect and like adults, and maybe they'll start performing that way. Back in a minute.